Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Farm Manager World, where Operation Greenhouse is now very much underway. As you can see, we've got the 7 greenhouses and they're all growing different bits and bobs. Got some tomatoes over here, got some jalapenos over here, that one is growing pomegranates and these two are growing pineapples. And the idea is that these just keep on growing lots of lovely things all year round, no matter the weather. And that's quite an important thing right now, because very soon indeed, in a matter of days, winter is going to arrive, and when it does, this bit of our farm, the only bit that really makes any money at all, is going to completely shut down. I think it's sort of already shut down. I think, they've done a bit of work on the fields, but they've not planted anything, because the people knew that it wasn't going to really be worth it, because, the crops aren't going to grow by the time the snow comes around and it gets all cold. So they've sort of stopped working on the fields anyway, so they're sort of pending springtime. But yes, when winter arrives, it's going to all get very snowy, very cold, and nothing is going to grow over here. So we're going to be quite reliant on our greenhouses over here. Now, for most of the greenhouses, that's going to be fine. That's all going to be good. These two here, for example, they're growing tomatoes. Those ones are going to be ready in 11 days, and these ones in 9 days. So that's going to be good. We're going to get some, lovely tomatoes and then some lovely money from these. And over here, the jalapenos, 20 days and 19 days. So that's good. So in 20 days time, we should have quite a bit of money coming from these greenhouses. However, there is a little bit of a problem with what's growing in these over here. And the problem is the person that, requested that we grow certain things in these greenhouses. And that person is me, because I didn't look at the growing time of these things. So if we look over here, this greenhouse is growing pineapples. And those pineapples are going to be ready in 226 days. Now that's not really very handy at all. I mean, it's very exciting that we're growing pineapples. Yay for the pineapple. It is a wonderful thing. It's delicious. But it's not really going to help us through the winter, is it? This is not going to be very handy at all. And the same goes for that one. That's 228 days. And then over here, I don't think this is any better. This is 278 days until we can get a crop of pomegranates from that greenhouse. And I don't think that's going to be worth it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to change these. So it might be a little bit of a bother and a faff, and we wasted money on the seeds and all that kind of stuff, but we need these 3 to be making money over the winter, because I think these 4 alone are maybe going to struggle to keep us going, because we've got to pay loads of expenses, got to maintain all the buildings and pay all the people and everything else. And yes, if we could have these 3 greenhouses also growing some stuff that we could sell over the winter, that would be quite handy. So I'm really sorry, pomegranates and pineapples, but you're gonna have to go. It just isn't going to work for us. So yes, farewell pomegranates. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad thing, but I think we need to do this. So what shall we grow instead that is actually going to sort of work for us? Now, looking at this, potatoes, 70 days. That's quite good. We like that. Anything else a little bit quicker? What's quick? So the tomatoes, hang on, the jalapenos are 70 days. Is there anything really fast? Peas are 60 days. Peas grow very, very quickly. Yeah, look, pomegranates, 300 days. Red beans, 60 days. 5 grand for 60 days. Raspberry. I mean, look at the raspberries. You don't get much. You don't get much money from raspberries. 80 days. Red peppers, 70 days. Spinach, 40 days, but very little in terms of money. Very, very little indeed. Sweet potatoes. That's interesting. 70 days. So the same as, I think, a bit quicker than the tomatoes. But they do seem to make quite a bit of money. Hang on. Hang on a minute. So the tomatoes, we're going to grow tomatoes in the greenhouse. 75 days, we're going to get 138 kilograms of lovely juicy tomatoes. And that's going to make us 1,300 farm manager monies. Sweet potatoes, the same greenhouse, 5 days quicker, we're going to get 4,323 kilograms of sweet potatoes. So tomatoes 138, sweet potatoes 4,300. Okay, that's quite the discrepancy. I think for these two here, Let's change these from pineapples. Farewell, pineapples. I'm very sorry. You can do sweet potato. You can absolutely do that. And you can also do sweet potato. There we go. So we'll change that to sweet potato as well. And then, yeah, keep on growing that actually. Just keep on growing sweet potatoes. And then over here, what should we change that to? So let's change it to something a little bit more exotic, but also something that grows relatively quickly. I mean, I was going to say beets, but yeah, literally in the previous breath I said, let's grow something a bit exotic. I don't think they count as exotic, do they? A calabash, that looks like a pear to me, but you don't get much money from that. Cassava is very slow. Cucumbers, okay, I know I said exotic, but 60 days to get almost 4.5 grand is quite good. Although it is not exotic, it's a cucumber. 70 days. Melons, okay, that's a little bit more exotic. 4 grand from that. Cucumber is 4,600. Millet, 60 days. That's like a crop thing. That should be grown outside, shouldn't it? That's not really a sort of a greenhouse kind of a thing. I think it's going to be one of those things. Okay, so maybe it's not going to be anything particularly exotic. Unless you think cucumbers are wildly, wildly exciting things. Yes, I think that's what we go for. I can't see anything else that looks like it's going to be particularly amazing and also quick. I mean, a few people in the comments said you could do tea. You could do tea in the greenhouses. And that is true. That is true. But it doesn't make that much money, I'm afraid. And I do have a bit of a plan for tea. I've got an idea for what we could do with some tea. So I think, yes, let's go up here then and grow the very exotic cucumber. Yes, there we go. Wonderful. And that can keep on growing cucumbers. Okay. Although, should we possibly crop rotate that? Because these, obviously they grow on a thing. They grow on a plant. So the plant is there. But I don't think cucumbers, they grow in the ground, don't they? So I think maybe, do we switch this around a bit? So cucumbers, and then, oh, hang on, then we could do those pea things. The red beans. And they sort the soil out, don't they? So we'll do that. Yeah, 60. Oh, there you go, 60 days for that. That's quite quick. So yes, do that, please. So swap those around. And then over here, I think that's the same kind of thing, isn't it? So sweet potatoes can then go to... I mean, do you change it for regular potatoes? Or do we go back and do red beans again? Because that sorts the nitrogen levels out. Possibly we do that as well? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for that, shall we? In fact, maybe we could mix this around a bit. They could have red beans right now, and that could change into sweet potato. Just to kind of, mix it up a little bit. There we go. Right, happy with that. That, I think, is much better. Right, let's get time ticking on, because, yes, we need winter to arrive, really. And then we can see the full scale of things. But yeah, here we go. Everyone's running in. Everyone's digging up all the all the pineapples and pomegranates and everything else. Deary me. But there we go. I think that is going to be the better option. And I suspect maybe it's possibly snowing a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It's just dipped below freezing. So it's on -1 degree C. It is very, very chilly out there. Remember your thermal pants, everybody. Yes, we spend 42 grand on maintenance. $42,000 to maintain everything, all the buildings, to pay people's wages, to look after all the different bits of machinery, and there are many. So there's quite a lot of outgoings, and at the minute, we've got 52 grand. So when it goes round to the new year, we can afford that. Yay, that's good. Then in February, if we're not making any more money, then that's going to be it. We're going to run out of cash, which is not going to be ideal. So let's get time ticking on. We do have quite a lot of that lupine stuff to sell. So possibly, is that all ready? Okay, not all of it is ready. Some of it's ready, but not all of it. So we'll sell all of the multi-flower honey, which I'm surprised to see is actually... Oh no, it's gone back... Ooh, that's going back up in price. We'll sell the silage because, yeah, we might as well. It makes 131 monies. It's better than a kick in the shins. And 3,200 lupine makes about 4,700 monies. So if we sell that for about 8.5 grand, that's okay. But again, that's not enough to keep us going for a month. So we do need these to look pretty good. They're still sorting these all out. Because, of course, yes, they've ripped all the plants out. And now they have to go through and do all the ploughing and the cultivating and everything else. So that's going to take a while to get sorted. But, very soon, the tomatoes will be ready, which is wonderful. And in 5 days, we are going to have our logistics thing ready, which possibly could help us out if we had a load of money. Because I think what we need to do is we need to get logistics sort of hubs in place, and that's where people can put goods. So at the minute, if they have goods, I think what they do is I think they take the goods from where they are and put them over here into the farm owner's house, which I suppose makes sense. Somebody in the comments, I think, did say that the logic behind that was that we're here, we're in the farm owner's house, and we want to make sure that when people come here to buy our things, that we do all the paperwork. We do the paperwork, we make sure the money is right, we make sure the amounts are right, and all that kind of stuff. We fill in forms, we exchange signatures, and that's what happens here, which I kind of get. So, everything has to come sort of via our house, which is a bit of a bother when you've got all the stuff over here. So all of our lupine, 16,800 units of it are in that, 6,000 in there, and I think probably little bits in the tiny silos as well. So it's all over here, and we've got these poor people wandering to the silos with teeny tiny baskets, and they fill it up with a smattering of lupine compared to what's in there, and then they have to walk all the way back over here and drop it off in here ready for sale. And that is not, I think it's clear for anyone to see, that's not a very efficient thing. But if we build a logistics thingy, that's got vehicles. That's got vehicles, and you can drive around in them and do stuff quicker, which is much better. So we do want to get that in, and that is going to be sorted in a couple of days in terms of the training. So we're going to unlock the building, but whether we can afford to build it, I don't think so. Over here, harvesting. Okay, this is good news. We are acquiring tomatoes. Okay, so how about, and that training is done, that's also good news. So, we've reached the limit of what we can have on our bar here. So how about we get rid of the honey? We get rid of the honey that's not going to be doing anything, and we go for tomatoes. There we go. Right, sell some lovely tomatoes. At the minute they're all in here, so we can't do anything with them. So I need to move them out of here and put them into the warehouse or anywhere else, but that's fine. Keep an eye on this. Now what we could do is, a few people in the comments have said this. They said, why not just set up auto trading? Just set up auto trades, and you don't have to go in every time and go, right, sell that, sell this. And yes, I get that. That does make sense. I think the only reason I've been doing it like this so far is to keep an eye on things. But I think lupine, I don't imagine you can do anything else with. Like, for example, the tomatoes, I'm going to sell them manually, because eventually at some point, we might build a little kind of factory type thing that can make tomato juice, and we can sell that on for a bit more money, because that's wildly exciting stuff. But the lupine, I don't think we can do anything else with that, so it might be worth setting up an auto trade for that. So how about we do this? So add a trade item, sell all of this. Okay, pause time in the background, hang on. So sell above 200. Okay, so I don't think we need to keep any of it. We don't need to keep any lupine for any reason whatsoever. So sell above, nothing. If we have any lupine at all, you can sell it. Now, again, a few people in the comments on one of the previous videos did say that what this needs is another condition that says sell all the lupine, or sell whatever, sell above the level or whatever, sell the lupine when it's at a particular price. Because this is selling it at whatever the stock market price is. So if the price of lupine had crashed and it was on minus 50%, this would go, okay, you've got some lupine, I'm going to sell that, and it would sell for hardly any money. So you need like another setting in here to say, okay, yes, if you've got any lupine at all, sell it, but only if the sale price is, not in the negative or something. But I don't think you can do that. So at the minute, that's kind of what we're stuck with. But okay, that's fine. So we shall leave it at that. So we're going to sell lupine whenever we can. That's what we're going to do. That's just the plan at the minute. And then we've got lovely tomatoes. Okay, so our money should start ticking up. That should start creeping up. Got 72 grand. We need 84. That's what we need. We need 84 grand to go through to, sort of March, is it? I think. Yeah, we'll see us, into February without being completely broke. So yes, not looking great right now, but we'll get there. It's fun. There you go. Look, money is coming in. I imagine that's from a little lupine sale, which is wonderful. How much is the logistics building? Whereabouts would that be? Oh, logistics, probably. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? Where is it? Is it one of the... Oh, it's probably that, but we can't afford it. 75 grand. Oh, we're nearly at that point where we can afford it. But then we can't afford to pay anybody's wages or anything if we buy that. Yes, it gives your staff access to delivery trucks for faster resource movement between buildings, which would be very handy indeed, because at the minute all of our goods are moving around painfully slowly. So if we could get that in, that would be great, but I don't think we can do it now. I just don't think it's a thing that we can do right now. We just can't afford it. And as well, we also need a seed building thing, because at some point I would like to make the sort of transition over from regular crops like we're growing now through to lovely organic or bio crops, they call it in the game, because they just make a bit more money, and it's just a better thing to eat, isn't it? So I'd like to do that as well. I'm not entirely sure we're going to get that done anytime soon, because that is another 95,000 monies. Although, there you go. I think we've got enough to see us through 2 months now. Okay, that's good news. I'm surprised everything hasn't gone completely white over with snow. I am very, very surprised. I thought that was going to happen pretty straight away. I thought it was going to go through to like December, and it was going to go, right, there you go. I've done that thing that video games do when it's winter. Everything is covered in snow. All of it. There is snow everywhere. But no, we're coming up to Christmas Day 2025. Happy Christmas if you do Christmas, everybody. And yeah, it's looking good. Oh, there you go. Winter is here and the first frost is coming. This is the end of field work. Now you shall focus on attending to your animals and repairing machines after a season of hard work. Okay, so yes, repairing the machines is fine. We've got somebody to do that. That's all good. Tending to the animals, we don't really have any. Okay, so I assume then, does it do sort of, what do they call it, like meteorological? Or is it like solstice kind of stuff? Because the 21st is like the solstice days, isn't it? So I wonder if this works on, it goes 21st of December, that is now, that's it, that's winter. And then January, February, March, so 21st of March, it then goes, yeah, there we go, it's now spring. I wonder if that's how it works with its dates, I'm not quite sure. But whatever the case, it's still not gone all snowy. I'm very surprised. Oh, also, we can put the jalapenos on this, can't we now? So we've got these. So we've got 609 tomatoes and 400 jalapenos. Okay, let's maybe sell those on. So we can sell those. The price of tomatoes is really awful. The price of the jalapenos, that's all right. That's okay. 9 grand from that. 5.5 grand from that, and sell the honey as well, which is always just super to sell. It's brilliant. Sell a bit of that. That will get sold anyway. There you go. The lupine just went, I think. We can make nearly 30 grand. 30 grand from all of that. Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Right. 124 grand. That's a good amount of money. What's that? There's a button there. Skip winter. Oh no, don't skip winter. No. Because in 21 days, we're going to get more tomatoes. And that's very important. That's what we want to happen. How about the apples? The apples are hibernating. Ah, bother. Okay, right. Nothing happening with apples either. And yes, I assume the bees are also now, not doing anything. I guess they've sort of, clocked off or whatever. Oh, the apiaries have a range. Now, yes, I think a few people in the comments did say this, but so they are just about reaching that field there, which is, going to be buckwheat next time, and that one's going to be colza. Oh, thank you to many people in the comments, and I feel like this series, as it has been in the past with other games, is sort of going to be partly lived, through the comments. That's why it's the lovely people's farm. It's your farm out there. I am merely here, sort of jabbing buttons and things, but really it's your farm, lovely people. Thank you to all the people that pointed out that, colza. I was musing what colza is, because I'd never really heard of colza. A few people in the comments said, it's also known as rapeseed. And I know what that is, absolutely, yes. That used to grow in the farm behind where I used to live. I saw rapeseed many times, but I'd never heard it called colza before. And I thought it looked sort of similar. But yeah, colza is nothing like the word rapeseed. So, I didn't know what it was. But yes, there you go. So it's like a rapeseed, so they get oil from it. And it's quite an important thing. It's quite an important crop, I think. So, I'm glad we've got that in. But let's tick time on a bit quicker, shall we? And just get stuff underway. What was the cost of that logistic? Oh no. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Have we got snow? Have we got snow? Everything changed a bit there. The floor has gone a bit pale and the buildings all look a bit pale. Possibly, yes. We're now getting settling snow and such. The logistics building was, how much was it? It's 75. 75 grand. Although now we're down to 88 grand. When it goes 120 grand, you think, oh, I've got loads of money. And then you pay out your nearly 40,000 income. Crikey is an income, and it comes down. Look at it. 88 grand. Oh, dear me. Okay, right. Run time on. At least we are selling the lupine bit by bit to make a tiny bit of cash. But yeah, these poor people have got to move it all in the cold, in -5 degrees C temperatures, in the snow and the rain throughout winter. They've got to repeatedly walk back and forth to these giant silos and get teeny tiny boxes of grain or whatever it is and bring it all the way back to over here, which is just very silly. That's just not a good way of doing it. But there we go. Back up to 90 grand. Right. How long are these going to take? That's 52 days. That's 40 days for cucumbers. The jalapenos, these ones here aren't even ready. They've been cultivated. And, okay, the tomatoes are growing again, which is brilliant. Thank goodness for that. What's the hold up with the jalapenos, folks? We're waiting for the poop. We're waiting for the poop fertilizer to arrive. Okay, right. That's fine. That's okay. And another thing I'd like to get done is the soil stuff. I'd love to get this done, and we can just tweak the soil parameters and make it perfect and get the most sort of yield out of what we're growing. But again, that's going to cost money, and that's money that really we don't have right now. As soon as all this is back up and running, and we've got a couple of fields worth of onions and carrots sold, we'll be fine again, and it shall all be good. But at the minute, winter. Not looking great. And there we go. Lots of snow, of course. Everything is now all snowy because that's what the game does. Okay. So I think we'll just sort of sit about and wait for a bit. In fact, there are the jalapeno seedlings. They've come in, which is quite good. So hopefully, yes. Are you planting these? Yes. Planting in progress. Brilliant stuff. Okay, good job. And those ones are being put in. Right, well done, you lot. Well done. This is good news. So I think we just need to let time tick on a bit, really. We just need to sort of let time move on, and we shall just sort of potter about. And again, there's not really that much to do, but I don't want to skip it because all of our crops are going to grow and we might not be able to sell them, and then we might go bankrupt possibly. So yeah, we do need to sort of keep an eye on things as winter does its thing, but there isn't that much for us to do at the moment. Now, of course, this would all change if we had animals and other things. If we had animals, then they keep on doing their thing. We get meat from them, or we get wool from them, or whatever. But yeah, we haven't got any animals. Didn't really look at animals. Let's take a quick look. What can we get? So we can get a beekeeper building. Yes, okay. We've got bees. We know that. Bees are the best. We can have a small coop for birds. So yeah, chickens and ducks and things. We could have a fish farm. So we get some fish. And we can have a small cow shed, but yes, we can have cows, or is that another cow in the middle? So it looks like, the Frisian cows, the brown cows, and I think at the end there, is that a reindeer possibly? Can we have reindeer? That'd be exciting. We could have a pigsty. We could have a shed for, like sheep and llamas and things, which is fun. So there are many sort of animal options. But we haven't gone down that road just yet. But I think, we'll get there in time. We're doing this in stages. We're here for the long haul. It's not going to be a short series. We're going to have many, many Farm Manager World videos. So, we'll get there in time. But, okay. Enough waffling on, Penge. Hang on. No, we've got some tomatoes to sell. We have got some tomatoes to sell. Okay, where are we? 522. So down a bit. Okay, the price is looking good at the minute. I know it says minus 2%, but, it's peaked a bit and it came down slightly. So let's sell that and all of that silage for 406 monies right now. Boop. There we go. Sorted. We've got all the different bio sprays. We bought them in at great expense. And then I realised we couldn't have any kind of bio-organic seed things. Never mind, botherations. Right, we're back up to over 100 grand again, which is wonderful. All of the lupine has now gone, which is not so wonderful. And yes, we still have to get through February's payday and maintenance day, and then March's. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. We're going to be cutting it fine, I think. But there you go. That is the life of a farm owner, isn't it? It's a tricky old thing, particularly around now, and particularly because we haven't got any animals to kind of keep us going. But there we go. Operation Greenhouse shall save us, maybe, possibly. Right, here we go. They're harvesting the red beans from our greenhouse over here, and I think it looks like we are getting quite a lot of them. So that's pretty good news. And I think as well, the cucumbers are ready for harvest. Okay, right. So we're acquiring 2 new things. Let's just let them get them back to the house and then we can sell them. But our money is looking perilous, shall we say. So we do need to make these sales. We need to get these things gone. So quickly harvest your cucumbers. Thank you. There's loads of cucumbers. So many kilograms of cucumbers coming through. They've gone into there. And I think the people who work here have got... Oh, I've pressed a button. I didn't mean to do that. The people who work here don't have much else to do. So they're not ferrying this lupine around from here anymore because that's all gone. So yes, they're now just grabbing stuff from the warehouse and moving it over here straight away. So in our sort of farm manager house, we've got 800 lots of red beans that we can... So hang on. Silage can go in. 481 monies. Okay, that's probably the most it's ever been. Right, 800 units of red beans. That's going to get us nearly 10 grand. Okay, not really setting the world on fire in terms of money, but it's okay. And yes, 1,080 kilograms of cucumbers is going to get us 8,392. Right, so overall, that little sort of, the silage included as well, this sale is going to get us 18,800. Okay, make that sale, please. That's very important. And, okay, we're nearly at a point where we can have 2 months worth of sort of maintenance and wages again. And that will be very soon. That'll be sort of, quite soon. And then, we should, by the time the second payment's gone out, we should be back on the fields over here. So I think we might be okay, but run time on quick. How long? The sweet potatoes, only 6 days. So that's quite good. And then more tomatoes are inbound. Okay, that's brilliant. And these, the jalapenos are taking ages. That's 30 something days. 30 days. Okay, so they're not going to be done. These are, they're being reworked. Okay, so beans instead of cucumbers over there. Switching it all around, that's all fine. Okay, so that's good. So they're all being kind of rotated. And here we go. More tomatoes already. This is great. I like this. Because, these, you have to keep sort of reploughing and cultivating these. Because, they have their plant and they grow off the plant. So you don't need to keep redoing stuff. Which I guess does help quite a bit, doesn't it? We should really have loads of those. We should have an awful lot of those. I'm very tempted to get another couple of greenhouses next to the greenhouse house where all the greenhouse workers live, because they're really quick and easy. They just look at this, we're just getting so many tomatoes, and once they're in, that's it. You don't need to do anything else with them. There's no sort of faffing around and fiddling about like there is over here. Don't need to replant all the bits and bobs. They're already sorted. So maybe that's what we could do over here. Just get some more tomato greenhouses. All that would cost us more in maintenance, which would be a bother. And yes, we're going to build the greenhouses. And I think, were they 5,000 a piece? Yes. So 10 grand. There you go. Look, all the money's going to... Oh, we're back down to 37. Okay. We're just short on being able to pay the next sort of round of maintenance and wages. But I think we will get there via the selling of tomatoes. Yay. Okay, hang on a minute. Go to here, sell some silage, sell some tomatoes. And, okay, that's good. But the sweet potatoes are also done. And I think they're still... Are they still grabbing those? Are they still harvesting those? Okay. I think we can afford to leave that for a while. And, okay, right. I'm going to have to see how much money we've got when we do all of this. We're still harvesting them. Okay, wow, they're really good. Okay, sweet potatoes, as well as being delicious. I like a sweet potato. As well as being lovely, they're also quite prolific by the look of it. We're getting a lot of them. And I think, yes, they do sell quite well. So, okay, right, this is good news. We'll let them get all the sweet potatoes out of the ground and, you know, into our sort of sale area. And then we'll see how much money we can make. Okay, I think they finished harvesting the sweet potatoes. So put the silage in, that's 363. Put the tomatoes in, up to 5,400 in total. And now let's see what we're getting for our lovely sweet potatoes. 10,621 farm manager monies. So sell that on, boop, and that means we're now up to 52,430. Okay, we haven't got enough to build additional greenhouses. We've got just about enough money to see us through into April. And that's kind of it. But very soon, in what, 10 days or so, winter will go away, spring will be sprung, and this bit of the farm will jump back into life. Everybody's going to be in all sorts of vehicles and tractors. There's going to be ploughing and cultivating and seed planting, and it's going to be wonderful. But yeah, we are very much on the sort of on the edge here. We're sort of, yes, hopefully, oh, hang on, what do we do these? Oh, they were hibernating, of course. I had a sudden thought there that maybe the apples were going to sort of save us, but no, they are hibernating. Although I think when they are ready, and it can't be that long, I wouldn't have thought, they should make quite a nice chunk of cash. And then maybe with some of that money, we could invest in some new greenhouses over here. But yeah, right now, we can't do that. There's no way we can do that. What are we looking at here? So 21 days for the tomatoes. Oh, hang on a minute. I think possibly everything is becoming a bit less snowy, bit less white. Look at that colour is... No, okay, no, it's snowing again and everything's gone all snowy again. Okay, no. I was getting optimistic that it was going away. No, maybe it is again, look. Maybe it's going back towards sort of, you know, green over here and the regular field. So, yeah, the muddy sort of brown over there. Okay, so hang on. So 15 days for the tomatoes. Jalapenos again in not too long at all. And these are, yeah, they're still working on all of these. It's taken them a long time. Have we got the 8 people? Yes, we have. Okay, so yeah, sweet potatoes are in and the red beans are being sorted. And over here, we've got more red beans and they're growing. Okay, so we're going to have jalapenos soonish. And I think... Is it the end of today when everything kind of jumps back into life? So I think it's like the spring solstice. 21st of March, I think, is that. So when it ticks over to the next day, do we get a little sort of thing telling us? No. No, we don't. Okay. I don't know when the game delineates things then. I don't know when the game says, right now it's spring. Maybe when we get to April, the game's going to go, yay, it's spring. When can we start doing stuff on the fields again? When can we do this? Everything's kind of ready and poised. We just need the ground to not be quite as frosty. But I thought that might have been sort of, yes, around now. Oh, there we go. Spring is here. Everything has come back to life. This is the best time to start fieldwork. On the 24th, which does seem like a slightly odd date, but there we go. And, yeah, here we go. I can see tractors over here. Look, tractors. Oh, hang on a minute. What are these trucks? Oh, they're delivering all the seeds. I bet they're delivering all of the seeds for the different fields. Yes, of course. Okay, Right, that's brilliant. This is all very good. And yeah, we should be getting some, jalapenos. They should be going in. They're ready for harvest. Not seeing them on here. Don't know why we're not seeing any on there. Oh no, there we go. Right, they are slowly coming back in. Okay. In a few days' time, we are going to drop to very bad levels of money. It's not going to be good, but this is going to save us. Look at all of this. Planting is in progress. That field's been poised. It's been poised all winter. Oh no, but the snow. There's snow. It's -4 degrees C and it is snowing. That's generally not going to be a good thing, is it? Right, we need to sell some stuff. Let's try and just eke out a tiny bit of cash. Silage, loads of that. Oh, hardly any money. We have got some honey. That's all right. Yay for the honey. And all of our jalapenos, 11,300. Okay, that's a good price. Yes, sell that, please. Wonderful. Okay, so we're not looking quite as sort of bereft of cash, but we're not exactly going to have loads of it. And still 175-ish days for the apples. So they will be done by the end of the farming year, I think. Okay, any moment now we're going to see all the different sort of payment bubbles appear over all the buildings, and then we're going to see what money we have left. There we go. We are down to 22,660 farm manager monies. Now the bees are out there again. The bees have come back from their winter break, and they're over here making some lovely multi-flower honey, which is good news for us. So that's just going to keep rolling in. That's just a lovely constant source of money. And it's brilliant. And the bees are amazing. We love you, bees. So yeah, that's going to keep sort of ticking over. So do we now maybe spend the money on getting the 2 new greenhouses in? Because as soon as they're in, then we can start generating a lot of tomatoes. And I think possibly after a couple of harvests, they'll start turning a profit. Yeah, they'll sort of pay for the greenhouse and the irrigation systems, and then we'll actually be able to make money off of that. So I think, is that worth doing? But where's all the other money going to come in from? We really need to make sure we have another month's worth of money to pay all the maintenance and the wages, and then another 10 grand on top of that. So we need 52 grand, really. We need 30 grand to come from somewhere, please. Has anybody got 30 grand? Anybody? Any of you birds flying about got 30 grand? Oh dear. Okay, no, it's fine. This is showing the plight of farming. It is a tricky old job. Okay, more tomatoes are coming through here. We have got kind of various warnings and things, but I imagine that's saying there's not enough vehicles, and because we've got 2 tractors, and I think they're trying to cover all these fields, so that's quite tricky. And yeah, people warnings as well, because they might be out, setting up the tractors and what have you, rather than over here, being here looking after the greenhouses. So I think that's what the warnings are. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Building malfunction. Small silo 3. Oh no. Oh dear, small silo 3 has sort of exploded. However, I do want to get rid of these. I do want to get rid of the little silos. So maybe now actually is a good time to do that. Can we get rid of this? Get rid of all 4 of them, because we don't need anything to go in them right now. It's going to take 44 days for the buckwheat to be grown, 83 days for the colza/rapeseed to be done. So for the minute, we don't need these little ones. So I think we will go into demolish mode, and we get we get some money back, and we save a bit on maintenance. How much is one of those? That is 10 a month. Do you know what? Better than nothing, isn't it? We're not going to shell out 40 farm manager monies every month on stuff that we don't particularly need. Okay, right. This is good. So let's check. What can we sell? What can we sell now? Oh, look at that. Got buckwheat honey. Yes, and colza honey. Okay, we'll sell the tomatoes. We'll sell the honey. We'll sell plus 9% for that. Oh, wow. Okay, right. That's very much in demand. We hardly have any of it, and it's already making that much money. Okay, we'll sell all of that and the silage for 11,400. Okay. Doesn't seem very much. I think our money went down because we bought all of the seeds and seedlings and everything else. to, you know, get stuff back in the ground and growing. So, yeah. Okay, right, fine. No, we're going to leave it a little bit. How long have we got? 33 days. They're being replanted. 44 days. 37 days. 22 days. Okay, we might have a little bit of an issue. We are relying pretty much solely on bees. We need, by May, to get to about 42 grand. So we need to make, hang on a massive Penge. Oh, the numbers keep changing. That's cheating. About, what is that, 24 grand? Is that about right? To get up to 42? No, not 24, 14,000. 28, 38, yeah, 14,000. There you go. Math with Penge, always a winner. Yes. So we're relying on the bees to make 14,000 farm manager monies. And that assumes that nothing else is going out. There are no other sort of outgoings, because I don't think any of this other stuff is going to be ready. The onions are going to take 59 days, carrots 56 days. Yeah, that's being sprayed 75 days, that 36 days. Okay, right. No pressure, bees, but go out and do much in the way of being. Go and bee all over the place. And make lots of lovely honey for us to sort of borrow and then sell on to people to share in its loveliness, because I think that's the only real thing that we've got coming in that's making any money. Oh dear. Right, yeah, this could be a bit of a bother, couldn't it? Also, as well, when we do get the stuff coming in from these fields, which is, you know, going to be a little while, but when we do get that coming in, I would like to get the automatic sort of irrigation stuff on them. Oh my goodness me, it's 20 grand per field. Oh, that's expensive. That is expensive. Right, that's going to cost quite a bit of money then. I think we can also get it over here in the orchard for 22,000 monies. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, I do love the idea of the orchards. I like the idea of the orchards. That's it. You plant the stuff, and then you leave it, and then every so often you get some like apples or peaches or pears or whatever. I think, yeah, we will have over here a load of orchards. I do quite like that. So a great big load of orchards, all of different types, and it should be lovely. But yeah, right now we can't really do that. So okay, right. What are the prices looking like? That's on plus 8%. Okay, buckwheat honey, 1,000. Oh dear, colza honey, 1,600, multi-flower honey, 6,300, and all of that silage, 279. Okay, sell that. That was 9 grand. 36. Oh, we're so close to the total. Okay, we might need to sell some of the chemicals that we bought. The sort of, yeah, the organic sprays and things, if we haven't got enough. If we can't quite get through to May, we're going to sell some spray stuff. But let's see, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, this still piling in. The multi-flower honey's still coming in. Come on, we can do this. Possibly. We might not be able to do it. Okay, hang on a minute. We'll get to the 30th. And then we'll go and do some stuff. We'll go and sell various bits and bobs. Whatever we can. A load of silage just appeared. That's really quite handy. Okay, right. This is kind of it. The last hurrah. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. That's 3,121 monies. Okay, how about we sell some straw? Because we're going to get some more straw soon anyway from the other fields. So if we sell... It's hardly anything, isn't it? Oh, let's sell 250 units for 38 monies. Oh dear. Okay, do all that. Sell all of that stuff. 39,000. Okay, no, it's fine. Back to the wall time. This stuff here. Let's sell. And that bio and that bio. Don't sell it all. Just sell 25 of each one. That gets us 3.5 grand. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, do that. Sell that. 42,700. Is that just over the total that we need to pay all the stuff? If not, we shall very quickly go and sell some. It was just enough. We've not even got 1,000 farm manager monies anymore. Oh dear. Okay, right. We do need to kind of sort things out. I mean, we need all this to grow. 41 days for those. 43 days. 21 days for buckwheat. 61 days for colza. Right. And we're relying on the greenhouses even now. Oh dear, this is terrible. Although all this stuff, it looks like a lot of the greenhouses, apart from the jalapenos, are going to be ready by the end of the month. So that could be quite handy. Okay, right, there we go. I mean, yeah, this has become... it's become tricky. And possibly, have we got too many people? Like, these people have got 8 workers for these bits. But then over here, oh no, they're all doing stuff, look. Most of those people are actually doing something. And they're doing something. And then the bee people are obviously, yeah, the beekeepers are looking after their bees. So no, I think actually that is fine. I think that is good. Yeah, the 4 people in here doing what they need to do. Okay, no, this is good. Oh, it's coming down. 495. What are we spending money on now? What are we losing? 493. Who's nicking the money out of the petty cash? Come on, stop stealing our cash. Thank you very much. Dearie me. Right. I think we've got some more stuff to sell in terms of honey and what have you. But yeah, okay, right. Let's leave it until they start doing some of this stuff. I know we just got some peas. So there are some peas, I think. No, the beans, so the red beans. But yeah, got some more honey and such like to sell. So how about we let them... There you go, look. More tomatoes are coming in. So let's maybe run it on to the end of May, sort of ish. Oh, we're on minus monies. We're in minus monies. Okay. I don't like being in minus monies. We're going to go and sell some stuff. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. 17 grand. We've got 10 grand from the beans. Brilliant. Okay, that's good. If we could just wait until the tomatoes are here as well, that would be quite nice. Although, yeah, their price is down a bit. Minus 2% botherations. Okay, do you know what? We'll just put them into the mix now anyway. There you go. So do that. We're not in negative money anymore, but we still don't have anywhere near enough to pay the next sort of round of wages and maintenance. Oh, it's become all difficult all of a sudden. Who thought running a farm, which is, you know, one of the most notoriously difficult jobs there is, who'd have thought that would be a difficult job? I never realised such a thing, apart from I knew it entirely. Okay, more tomatoes coming in. This is brilliant. And not those ones. That is, yeah, mere days away. Oh, the sweet potatoes, 2 days. 2 days. Okay, right. So let's run time on a bit until they're all in and see what money we can make after we've done all that kind of stuff. And then eventually we can start making money from carrots and onions, and that will kind of transform things because we get a lot of crop from that. So soonish, everything's going to be fine. But, oh, hang on. What's that? What's that saying? Not enough resources. Straw. Oh, that sends straw. Oh, I know. What's that? The manure. Oh, of all the buildings to break, the manure storage building being broken is quite bad, isn't it? What if that's like leaking or something? I feel like we need to renovate that. Yeah, let's fix that, please. That would be bad. Yes, there isn't enough straw to go from the barn into the silage pile. So at the minute we can't make any more silage. So that's another fairly minimal, but still a source of income that we don't have anymore. Botherations. Okay, no, everything's going to be possibly fine, maybe-ish. Yeah, let's just get some more stuff out the greenhouses and see what money we can make from all of that. Okay, good news, everybody. We're out in the big yellow combine harvester and we are combine harvesting the buckwheat. So that will soon be in our silos. I assume we do have enough room for them to go in, or the game would have gone, hello, we've not got enough space to store all the stuff. So that can go into there, and that's another thing that we can sell, which is wonderful. And I think over here, we're still working on the sweet potatoes. They do seem to take quite a while to kind of get out of there. We lost quite a bit of the, crop there. 40% bonus we got from humidity. Hang on. What humidity should they be? 70 to 80. Oh. Botherations. Okay, yeah. Now they're all controlled by the irrigation system. So what do they need to be? 50 to 70. Ah, okay. Hang on a minute. Hang on. We're missing out on crop here. That one's on 70. So that one's okay. Is that the one we just did? So that one's fine. That one is on 75. So hang on a minute. What was it again for that? Sweet potato. Tell me about sweet potatoes. Give me the tooltip thing about sweet potatoes. I think it was 70, wasn't it? So if we bring that down to 70, because the irrigation system will just do that automatically. And over here, cucumber 70 to 80. That's on 75. Perfect. And the beans are 75. Okay, that's good. And tomatoes 70 to 80. That's very much in the middle. And over here, the jalapenos 50 to 80. That's on 65. Wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at what money we can make from the stuff we've got right now. Right, okay, minor issue. I don't think the buckwheat is going to be ready to be sold right now. I think they're still putting it into the silos or moving it from the silos to the farm manager's house or that kind of stuff, so it's not ready. So what else can we sell? We can sell the colza honey, although the price of that has completely crashed. That's a bit of a shame. We can sell that silage. That's okay. We can sell that buckwheat honey, which is selling quite well, but we don't have a lot of it. We can sell the regular multi-flower honey, which always goes quite well. And we can sell some tomatoes, although the price of those isn't great. And here we go. Let's sell the sweet potatoes. 10.5 grand. We can make 20. We can make 24,444. Which is quite a satisfying price. Okay, yes. Sell that, please. What does that get us? 41,000. Okay, if they could just move some of the buckwheat over, we might be able to pay off everything at the end of the month, or at the start of the month, or whatever it happens, and then we might just about be okay. And there we go, got straw, that can go into here, and then it can go into the silage thing. That's wonderful, that's good news. Okay, what have we got? Come on, just give us something. Okay, more potatoes. And the peas are in. Okay, right. We're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. We can make another... Oh, yeah, that's from the red beans. I keep saying peas because they look a bit like peas. Red beans. Yes. Okay, and the buckwheat. It's on plus 2%. That's 7,300. Oh, look at that. We're well clear. Oh, it's all going to be fine. Right, let's build all of the things. No, let's not do that. Right. Okay. I think at some point, as soon as all of these are done, we need to get that logistics building in. Look at that. The money comes in and the money goes out again. Oh dear. It's just like my bank account. Okay. Right. We need to wait for more stuff. We need to wait for more of this. So that's only 31 days. But surely, yeah, the onions and the carrots are going to be mere moments away. So, right. Let's get the carrots done and get them sold, and then get the onions harvested and sold, and then I would like to buy the logistics building, because I think that's going to speed things up and make things way more efficient. It's just going to help us out. I mean, it's going to be that initial outlay, it's going to be a bit expensive from the very off, but then after that, it's going to be wonderful. So I think, yes, as soon as we can make sure that we can afford it, and then also pay off the bills, I think we get that in. So, yeah, there we go. Just wait a little while. Got 7 days left until it's carrot o'clock again. Here we go. We are harvesting many, many carrots. Bring me lots of lovely carrots, my farm employees. There we go. That's carrots in the thousands, isn't it? So they've dropped them off into there. 28,000 of them. Okay, this is much better, and I think now the onions are not going to be too far behind. There we go. They're also going to be harvested. This is wonderful. That field, I think, is being prepared for the next thing, which is colza, and then this one's not going to be too far off. 17 days. Wonderful. And I think, yeah, some of these are going to be done soon. So we've got some jalapenos on the way, got some tomatoes. Cucumbers are quite a way off, I think. Yeah, that's a bit of time. The sweet potatoes in there, not quite been replanted. And the red beans there, also not replanted. So at the moment, yes, look at that. Look at this. Okay, right. That is possibly going to save us and just make things way more efficient as soon as we can get that logistics building in. The only thing is, it's sort of a bit of a catch-22 situation, isn't it? The products are being moved too slowly from the, whatever it is, the barn or the warehouse they're in, to the farm manager's house. So, yeah, it's taken ages for them to get moved over so we can sell them. But the reason we want to sell them is to build a thing that means that we can move goods around quicker. So it's a little bit of a faff, isn't it? But never mind. We could sell all of that buckwheat. 57,660 monies. Yes, sell it with the multiflower honey and the colza, which is selling alright, actually, that's fine. And we'll sell the silage as well for hardly anything, but never mind. And we will sell what we can of the onions, and the carrot prices are going up plus 2%, so we'll do that. 91,000 monies. Do that, yes please. And okay, we know that they're still going to be moving those things in, so I think right now we get our logistics building. Let's get this in. Now, where should it go? Where should this go? Kind of feel like it should go here. It should go just here. So yeah, all of these workers, I think when we do that, look, the worker houses light up. So I think that's what that is affecting. So yeah, they're working with those silos over there. They're working with the barn and the warehouse and all of the sort of worker houses. So I think, do we put it here or do we put it on the main? Oh, we can't put it there because it doesn't fit. I was going to say, do we put it on the main road? But there's no space left on the main road. Botherations. Okay, that's not ideal. Yeah, I wanted it to be better access. We can't even put it there. Oh, we could put it there. But then we'd have to get rid of our garage, our repair shop. Okay, yeah, why did we put that? We should have pushed that up and kept that free. Okay, never mind. You live and learn. Right. Okay, what do we do here? How much is a repair shop? We do get a little bit back. So hang on, vehicles. Garages. Would it be under there? Under other? Is it under other? Yes. 25 grand. So we do get a little bit back from this. I just sort of feel that if we put the thing here, it's going to be better access for the farm. It's going to go out onto the big main road. But then we might need to possibly rebuild our repair shop because I don't think we get everything back. We demolish something, we don't get the total of it back. We get a little bit back. Okay. So do we put it over here? Our new logistics building. Put it just there, which is near to our farm owner's house, but it's probably not in the best location overall. Or do we spend a bit more money, remove our little sort of repair garage thing, and then shufty it up a little bit, and then put our logistics building here onto the main road where it's likely to be way more effective. Although, hang on a minute. Hang on. If we put it here, that house is yellow. Oh, does that mean they can't... Does it not use that stuff over there? But that house is green down there. I don't really know what that's telling me, actually. I thought maybe it was really obvious, but no, now I'm not entirely sure. If we put it here, that house is yellow. If we put it up here, that house is still yellow. And then it goes green when it's near it. Is it the distance via road to that particular building, possibly? I don't know. I want it to be on the main road bit. I think that's going to make it significantly better. So, with a heavy heart, we're going to... We can't move the buildings. We can't pick them up and move them, which makes perfect sense, because yeah, I don't think you can do that on a real farm either. So, painfully, we're going to knock this down, which... Okay, I'm aware this is a bit of waste of money, but if we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. So, boop. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So we can get all of this kind of put back in, which is quite nice. So logistics-wise, get in the logistics building and put it just there. Okay, 75 grand's worth of building has just gone in, and then get us the repair shop and put that back in just here. And then, yeah, we could even eventually get the sort of fuel thing in as well. That'd be quite good. In fact, how big is that? How big's the fuel thing? It's quite little. So is it worth having that? Hang on, how big is that? That could go in like that. So we've got 4 spaces on the side. That... botherations. Okay, what we'll do is we'll have that just... there, like so, put it back in, and then we'll have a bit of a road going that way, and then we'll put the sort of fuel station thing just here. That is what we're going to do. Right, run time on, get these buildings back in, re-employ our mechanic, because it's a relocation, it's fun. There we go, they're back, brilliant. And this is done. Okay, do we need to do anything with this? Yes. We need 2 workers to work in here. And they are going to be... who's going to be the best option? None of these people. I think we want them to be the ones with the box icon things. I think they're going to be the better option, although they are still quite far away from their house, aren't they? But okay, never mind. Is that all there is? Just 2 things. Just 2 delivery trucks. Okay, I guess it will help out. It just seems to be a bit minimal, doesn't it? 2 trucks. There's 3 doors. Can we have 3 trucks? Oh, there's a little forklift thing. Oh, that's quite fun. Okay, so we need to get some more staff, which of course means more outgoings. But okay, no, I think it's important. I think, we do this properly, it's all going to be good. So yes, that thing there, look. The shipping skill impacts speed of loading and unloading of resources by logistics building and farm owners building staff. So, Reggie Walsh is 17. Oh, you're more expensive as well. Anyone else with that skill? No. Oh, we've reached the staff limit. Okay. How much is it to get the next level of staff? What is it? Where it's in here, so it's staff. 10 grand and 10 days. Well, of course it is. Okay, do you know what? We're gonna have to do that. Okay, boop. We're started it. Okay, our money, it comes in, and as soon as it comes in, it just vanishes again. But there we go. We can make the money back on the carrots and the onions and such. Hopefully it's all going to be okay. Keep selling the stuff, all that kind of stuff. Not many carrots in at the minute. That's another nearly 7 grand. So I've nearly paid off that training. And, look, there's just so much stuff around now they need to sell. And they just can't do it. They just haven't got the sort of the means to move it around quick enough. But, okay, there we go. Yes, this is looking better. 18 grand. It's coming in. And now summer's here. It doesn't seem that long since spring sprung, and now it's summertime, but okie dokie. 7 days left. Come on, let's get this training done. And also try and get some money so we can pay the bills. Right, there we go. Training finished. Success. All good news. Pause time. Let's go and sell what we can. Let's just sell whatever is available. So some silage. The rest of the buckwheat. I think that's it. I think the buckwheat is now gone. All the different honeys. Got some tomatoes. They're selling very badly at the minute. Got some jalapenos. The price of those has absolutely skyrocketed. That's wonderful. Onions, not selling so well. Minus 4% on those. Carrots, only on minus 1%, so that's okay. 46,000. Okay, so that pays for the month of sort of maintenance and such like. That pays our bills. Anything else on top of that is a bonus. Wonderful. So sell that. And now, we've still got a load of carrots and a load of onions left. So that's good. And now, hopefully, we can speed things up with this. However, I'm going to do something which some of you might go, no, don't do that because you're trying to save money. Don't do silly things, but don't worry, there is a plan. So down here, I think what we should do is build another house. I think we build a house for permanent employees just here opposite the logistics building. And then we put the 2 people that work in the logistics building in here, and then we move the 2 people who are in that house there over to this house, and then we get rid of that house. We demolish that one, so it's not quite as bad as it seems. So we'll put that there. That's 30 grand. Very expensive. Brought a tear to my eye, that did. There we go. The money comes back out. 12 grand. Brilliant. And we'll call this, let's give that a name. Let's call it Logistics House. There we go. So it's near to there, so we know where to move the people. And then Austin, relocate you to Logistics House. Thank you. And then Darcy, relocate you to Logistics House. Nobody in there. Get rid of that. Boop. Okay, 22.5 grand comes back. That is lovely. And now, can we get some people on board then? So who have we got? We didn't buy them before. Don't tell me now there's nobody with the right skills. Well, isn't that a doozy? Okay. Being trolled by this game now. Dearie me. Okay, no, I'm just gonna... I don't know how often that refreshes. I assume every week, possibly? I don't really know. Okay, I'll just keep checking. I'll keep checking. Oh, there you go. Hang on a minute. Hang on. No, we've got some people. Lewis Graham, Harley Owen. That's fine. There's 2 people. That's all we need. So, hey, you can go into logistics house. So, yes, you need to use machines and drive machines. So, yep, you can do that. Yeah, don't do manual work because we don't want you going off, sort of, going to the fields and such. We want you to be logistics driving stuff. So you do that, please. And, yeah, you. Jackson Robinson. Oh, no, Megan Chapman's also got it. Who's cheaper? Megan. Megan, in you come. No manual work. You can go into logistics house. Hire you. They should both be in here, just sort of hanging around. So Lewis and Megan. Okay, assign this. Lewis and Megan. Right, and now... they should, hopefully, if they're here, crossed. I know, are they here already, look? Are they driving this little sort of forklift around? Oh, that's quite fun. Okay, so we should see them. There you go. They've headed over here. There we go. We've got trucks. Okay, so now they're taking the trucks from here. They are driving through a tractor, which is obviously how it works. And they're putting the stuff into here. Okay. Right, so does that now make it sellable? So can we sell things from here and here? Oh, I think maybe that's how that works. Okay, right. Press the correct button to sell things, Penge. That'd be useful. Yeah, look, it's all been moved. It's all been moved. Okay, so to wrap things up for this video, sell everything that we can. Boop, boop, boop. 116 grand. Perfect. Yes, sell all that, please. We've got nearly 150 grand. We can go and do some more stuff. Okay, so the first tricky winter is done. That is out of the way. The finances were a little bit dicey at points. It did go into the red momentarily, but that was all okay. So we've sorted it out. And I think now, yes, we are going to be helped by the wonderful logistics building. I think that's going to be really, really handy. That's going to save us a lot of bother, and it's going to move things about a bit quicker, which means we can, get stuff shifted around the farm, and also it means we can sell things quicker because we don't have to sell things in batches that people can carry in tiny boxes by hand. We can lob everything into a truck and move it around a bit faster. So that's going to be handy as well. So I think we'll wrap things up for now. Come back next time, and I think next time. Do we possibly get... well, I think we might get some more greenhouses in, but maybe we go for some animals. Maybe we get some animals to also kind of, try and sort of see us through the winter months. I think, once all this shuts down, we are only reliant on the greenhouses, and that's fine. They did their job admirably, well done, but I think some animals would also be quite useful. So, yes, I think that's what we'll do next time. You'll look at getting some animals in just to, mix up the farm type a bit. Can be sort of arable and pastoral, do they call it? Pastoral? I don't know. We're going to have animals on the farm and such, and crops. So, we'll look at that next time as well, I think. That's going to be a good idea. But yes, we shall wrap things up for now. Hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Farm Manager World. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. You're the first nugget to travel Hyperloop Sonic or whatever. That house is just a bit ridiculous. There was a tank over there, folks. You don't need to worry about it anymore. It appears to have exploded. You better not blow up the fuel refinery, or I will be very cross. Those two are writing letters to the stork. Very vigorous letter writing going on there.